Welcome back to St. Petersburg. Second game just underway. Sunny Lee of South Korea has to win it. Otherwise, Ann-Maree Putney will be the World Cup winner. That's not the ideal start.
Oh, it's certainly a nice smooth style, but she's high through the headpin, and she was having words with her coach there, obviously of some concern. She may have made an adjustment to get into that 1-3 pocket, but unfortunately couldn't do it. Out comes that spare ball again, the hard ball that won't hook quite so much. Straight. Well, I think she realised the game was over and that she couldn't do anything to get those pins back. So it was almost a learning process. Go out of game one, come in game two good.
I don't think the fortuitous strike either that Ann-Maree got helped Sunny Lee mentally.
I know what you're saying.
Oh, she's actually left one up.
No, I can't believe that. Ann-Maree's doing
yes, you know.
Solid 9-pin right in the pocket. I'm sure she's got something to say about that. Playing much water. She too brings out the spare ball, much harder ball. Should go pretty straight and not hook.
Bowling Federation. It's in its infancy, really, isn't it? In many terms, 10-pin bowling in Russia.
Really, it is, yes, but they are coming on, and there's lots of bowling centres being opened up in Russia, and the game's really taking off.
So that must give some hope to Sunny Lee.
Well, 7-pin standing in the corner. Again, no trouble for her. Maybe one or two words of encouragement. And a friendly face, of course. Sunny Lee started with a spare, and this is frame number 2 for her.
Needs a strike here, doesn't she? Oh, she got it.
Opponents when they're playing. She'll hear from the reaction of the crowd and the sound of the pins that that's not a strike.
No, she's left 3 up again. That's, off the top of my head, about the 4th time she's done that in the final.
Yeah, that's correct, yes. Again, she's left a 3, 6 and a 10 pins. That's that little cluster spare on the right-hand side of the lane. Now, she missed this in game number 1. Frame number 5. Out comes that spare ball again, the one with the harder surface. It won't hook so much, but she's got to be very accurate. Must make this front pin.
This is similar to the one she missed in the first game.
Yes, we're very confident with this lane, the way it's been playing. I mean, she hasn't had to do an awful lot except put the ball in the pocket, and it's carried 10 pins every time. It's a fraction high. Even a 4-pin on its own. It nearly collected a piece of flying wood, or what we call dead wood. Fallen pins flying around. Again, it
awaits her first strike of game 2.
Well, Spurs are okay. She'll be happy with that, but
she couldn't have had a better start. Run away with it with 280. Ann-Maree Putney. There's no answer to that for Sunny Lee, who just crept over the 200 mark. Much tighter in game 2, a game that Sunny Lee cannot afford to lose.
Not many bowlers are used to having cameramen that close when they get on the approach.
Yeah, most top sportsmen and women are used to it, aren't they? It's very different in the world of 10-pin bowling.
She's really got to get on that A game.
Especially as Ann-Maree's got her eye back in now with the first strike of the game. Australian at the moment. Well, no question, she thoroughly deserves to be in the lead.
Just another rosin powder they've put on their fingers just to improve the grip when they put their fingers in the bowling ball. She won't be rushed, working on a spare. Looking for her second strike.
Could be over just as soon as you've sat down, almost.
Well, I mean, the first game was all over very quickly, wasn't it? But Sunny Lee's got the opportunity in game 2 here. Try and get back. And Ann-Maree's high through the head pin this time. Leaves the 3 and the 6-pin. Now, it may well be that the lane condition is changing slightly. That oil may have moved around and the break point has moved down the lane, which is why these bowling balls are not quite getting in the pocket now. It's up to the bowlers to realise what's going on and make possible adjustments either to their ball speed or their rotation, or actually their setup on the approach. Change the lines between that 1 and 3-pin most times, as top bowlers do. You're not going to leave too many clusters of pins standing up. Just the corner pin, on occasion the 10-pin, and the 4 and the 6-pin are the ones that stand up and cause the most problem.
Scoring has dropped significantly though, especially for the Australian in game 2, but I suppose it was always going to when you're trying to compare it with a 280. Almost a perfect game in game 1 for Ann-Maree Putney. And there she's back on the strikes again.
Champions, which some may say is a little bit unfair, but equal for everybody. Oh dear. Now Ann-Maree has looked at that and thought that's a big split, which is going to be an open frame for Sunny Lee, and that could be the frame that loses the match. The door open, and she may well have one hand on the trophy at this particular time. And that was not a bad effort, actually.
Wasn't too far away, was it?
Wasn't that far away. It was a very difficult spare, and unfortunately it was that open frame, as I suggested. Here we see the replay. That's how thin you have to hit them, and very unfortunate, couldn't make the spare.
And the door very much open now for Ann-Maree Putney. She needs to get a strike now, doesn't she, and hope for the best.
Well, the thing is, she's only bowled 2 strikes so far in this match in this game. She has that open frame, and she's running out of frames. She's only got 4 frames to go. So really, this is not quite going to be her day. Let's just see how Ann-Maree gets on.
Can only make 227 now, the Korean. Ann-Maree must be feeling good now. The long wait for the World Cup could well be over. 6th time lucky, maybe, for the Australian.
And won't she be happy? And she'll be celebrating, I'm sure, when she gets back to Newcastle, New South Wales. And I'm sure her 2 young sons are watching this, saying, go on, Mum, give us another one. And she's answered the question. 2 strikes in the world.
This is the one she wants, though, isn't it?
Absolutely. 8th frame.
And it is on the horizon and getting ever nearer.
Can't do better than that, can you? What a great shot. 3 strikes in a row.
She doesn't let them bowl yet. She prefers to let them play outdoors.
Well, I think Newcastle's on the Pacific coast, and why not? Good shot from Sunny Lee. Comes back with a strong 21-pin lead.
2 in a row for Sunny Lee.
Yeah, she really, ideally here, she has to strike right off to the end, right, what we call right off the sheet, to the end of the 10th frame, and to put pressure back on Ann-Maree. But at the moment, Ann-Maree's almost coasting it.
Well, the first leg is looking good at the moment. Australia are looking for a women's and men's double here. Jason Belmonte, a man from a town, would you believe, called Orange. He certainly is the man from Belmonte, isn't he? Jason, the Australian. He's in the men's final.
Yeah, he's number 1 seed.
That was the one sport that we could take the mickey out of them before.
Yeah. 9th frame, Ann-Maree Putney. 4 in a row? Yes, it is.
Astonishing.
That is likely to be the frame. Hands almost. What she does in this frame will determine whether she is the 2007 Ladies Cubica AMF World Cup champion. This is the final frame for Ann-Maree Putney from Australia.
Will she bring home the women's crown for the 6th time? Bonza, somebody says.
High through the headpin, and that is, well, that's the final, I think. And I think she's realised it as well. Fantastic big grin on her, came over her face. Not the perfect
Walking it all the way through, isn't she?
And that's what she wants to see.
She got a bit lucky again, didn't she?
Yeah, well, you ride your luck in this game. It doesn't come that often, but it's a really important time that it's come for Ann-Maree. Last frame of the final of the Bowling World Cup. She can strike out for a score of 248. Any more? Yes. Shelling peas, and she is the winner. And she knows it, and I think the crowd have just realised as well that she now cannot be beaten. She's won this match
throughout the final as well.
This is a big win in the career of a long-time bowler.
Belmonte make it a double, but you can see what this means to Ann-Maree Putney. The 6th time of trying, she makes the final. I'm so proud of you, says Belmonte. And the whole of Australia.
And there it is. John Walker, president of Cubica AMF, presents Ann-Maree Putney with the ladies' trophy.